Today, I'm going to show you how to fix the issues that arise in the Google and Canvas integration. An integration is when Canvas ties into something else. In this case, it's Google. Canvas and Google work together. It's pretty neat. It allows a teacher to create a Google Doc and share it with all of their students. A copy of that document's automatically made in every student's Google account. To submit the assignment, the students only have to click a button or two. Unfortunately, this system can get confused. This happens when a student attempts to link their account, but more than one Google account is open. For example, if a student is logged into their Chrome browser via their personal Google account, while trying to link Canvas to their school Google account, the system can get confused. So let me illustrate a little. Up here, I'm signed into my personal account in the browser, but I could be signed into my work account instead. You'll see I have two. This is my home, and this is my work account. Now, if I'm trying to sign in to my work things, but I'm on my home account, then I have two different Google accounts open at the same time. This is when it gets confused. And it will get confused with a parent's account or a sibling's account or whoever else. To complicate things even more, sometimes you have more than one Gmail account open, for example. Those are Google accounts. So you might have sister and brother and mom and dad all share the same computer and they share the same browser. And so they're all going into Chrome and all of their accounts are open. And the student's gone in and they've tied their Canvas into mom's Gmail account or brother or sister's Gmail account. You can avoid this in the future if you click on the little icon. For me, it's a horse because, I don't know, I was just feeling like horses that day. But if you click on that little icon and then manage people, you can add other people to Chrome. And you can avoid issues like this in the future if each person in the family has their own profile. And the school district has them, Google profiles already set up. The students can use those, and they're a little bit safer than one that's just made through Google. So for a lot of people, all they need to do is make sure they're signed into the browser. So come up here, make sure you're signed in as you. You see this is my work email address is right there. So this is my work account. And so for some people, sometimes if they're signed in to Chrome with their school account and they're signed into like Gmail in a different window with their school account, everything just starts to work. But sometimes you need to do more than that. If it doesn't work to simply sign in, next try using an incognito window. These are private windows where they try to hide your information from the places that you're searching. There are legitimate reasons for that. It might not sound like there are, but there are nefarious uses, but there are also legitimate uses. And so if you go into the incognito window, and again, it's just click up here and then new incognito window, then sometimes it will work in there. But let's say it doesn't work in either. Then there's some work to do. It's not difficult, but it has to be done precisely. It has to be done in the right order, or it won't work. You're going to need access to the student's Canvas account, and you're going to need access to any Google account, any Gmail account, or whatnot that the student might have accidentally linked to. Now, because you need that access, because it requires access to all of the Google accounts that might have been confused with the student's Google account, the school district isn't able to go in and fix the problem for students. And that's leads to some frustration, but you understand, I hope, that we can't gather all of the personal Gmail account login information. That would be bad. So instead, I'm showing you how to fix it. So first, get into Canvas, and it doesn't matter where you're, just get in. If you click on this medallion thing, it takes you back to the home page. And then click on your account. It pops out this window, then Settings. Now delete anything that has anything to do with Google. That one shouldn't matter, but sometimes it does. See how it says Google Drive LTI? Delete it. The others are fine. Don't have any problem, but anything that says Google, get rid of it. That's step one. Step two involves going into your Google account. Go to any Google website. The Google search page works, the Gmail page works. And at the top right, you'll see either a picture that you've uploaded, or most people just leave it a letter that Google's chosen to represent them. You click on that and click on the, see how I have two accounts here? Click on the Google account, and that takes you to your settings page. You want to go to Apps with Account Access. Now, this shows all the apps that have access to my account. I have quite a few. I want to get rid of Canvas. I do that by clicking on it and just removing access. Now, those third-party apps, once they're gone, I've split it. It's good. But I also have to do the same thing in other Google accounts. So I've got my personal account here. I'm going to want to go into that. Again, Apps with Account Access. And I want to get rid of all the canvases. There. They're gone. Now I am free. I don't have any ties. Now I know I've said this several times, but I need to say just one more time. You have to get rid of it for any account the student's account might have been confused with. So if it's possible that the student logged into dad's machine and say mom has a Gmail account and so does sister Susie and brother John, log into all of them and remove it. The good thing is if you accidentally remove it from the wrong account, next time they go into Canvas and click on the link, it'll just tie it back together. Now I strongly recommend that you go back into Canvas in an incognito window to set this up again. That will just help it so that it's not going to get the accounts confused. Go into any class and click on the Google Drive link. It's going to tell you you need to authorize. Going to authorize. Now this is a place a lot of students make mistakes because it'll pop up with an account and they don't always read. A lot of times they just click on whatever looks convenient to them and then they click authorize and it's not good. So make sure that it's the student's account, besd.net, and then click allow. Occasionally you'll have to do that process again, but for the most part, once you've done it in this incognito window, it just works. For 98-99% of the students, they never have an issue like this, but for the few that do, that's how you can fix it. Thanks.